Assalamu alaikum. My name is Nayab and today the topic you are going to learn would be parts of speech. Now, parts of speech are basically categories into which we assign words on the basis of its function. Introduction. The parts of speech determines how the word functions within a sentence as meaning and grammatically as well. So as we said that these are basically categories into which we assign each word according to its function, that how that word functions within a sentence and what is the grammatical use of that word in the sentence. Understanding parts of speech is essential for determining the correct definition of a word when using a dictionary, because you might come across words that can be used as nouns as well, sometimes that can be used as adverbs and things like that, a word that can be used as adverb and an adjective as well. So it is important for you to categorize them into their respective part of speech so that you can find its meaning while using a dictionary. There are 8 parts of speech: noun, pronoun, adjective, verb, adverb, preposition, conjunction, and the last one, interjection. Starting with the first one, noun. So a noun is a word used for an animal, person, place, thing or idea. किसी भी चीज़ का नाम हो, हमारे पास एनिमल का नाम हो, किसी इंसान का नाम हो, जगह का नाम हो, किसी चीज़ का और इवन आइडिया का भी नाम हो, उसको हम नाउन कहते हैं. नाउन्स में समटाइम्स बी यूज विद एन आर्टिकल बट नॉट ऑलवेज. हमारे पास नाउन कभी कभी हम नाउन के साथ आर्टिकल भी साथ में लगा देते हैं, बट दैट इज़ फॉर अ स्पेसिफिक पर्पस एज वेल. हमेशा हम किसी नाउन के साथ आर्टिकल यूज़ नहीं करते. जब हम यूज़ करते हैं तो उसका भी कोई स्पेसिफिक पर्पस होता है. फॉर एग्जांपल, एन अम्ब्रेला, एन ऑरेंज ट्री, अ स्कूल बस, द गर्ल. इस तरह से हम किसी चीज़ को जब स्पेसिफाई करते हैं, फॉर एग्जांपल हम कहते हैं एन अम्ब्रेला, एक ही अम्ब्रेला हम अगर कहना चाहते हैं. अ स्कूल बस हम कहते हैं एक स्कूल बस. अ इज़ एन एन आर यूज मोस्टली यूज फॉर singular things. And then if we say the girl, so we are specifying that specific girl. लड़कियां तो हमारे पास बहुत सी होती हैं, बट हम किसी स्पेसिफिक गर्ल के बारे में बात करते हैं, या हम कहते हैं द बुक, तो कोई स्पेसिफिक बुक के बारे में बात करते हैं, तब हम आर्टिकल्स नाउन के साथ यूज़ करते हैं. नाउ नाउन्स आर फर्दर डिवाइडेड इनटू 8 टाइप्स. अब हमारे पास नाउन की फर्दर 8 टाइप्स हैं. कॉमन नाउन, प्रॉपर नाउन, एब्स्ट्रैक्ट नाउन, concrete noun, countable noun, uncountable noun, collective noun and compound noun. Starting with common and proper nouns. You would understand it even better कि जब हम इस तरह से एक दूसरे के ऑपोजिट जो हों उनको हम डिस्कस करें. The first one is common noun, a name given in common to the people, things or places and shared by belonging to the same class. For example, girl, boy, man, etc. अब कॉमन नाउन हम यूज़ करते हैं किसी भी आम चीज़ों को नाम देने के लिए जो कि हमारे पास उस होल क्लास को रिप्रेजेंट करें. फॉर एग्ज़ाम्पल, हम कहते हैं गर्ल्स, तो गर्ल हमारे पास कोई स्पेसिफिक एक लड़की तो नहीं है. फॉर एग्ज़ाम्पल, देयर आर थाउजेंड्स ऑफ गर्ल्स इन आवर यूनिवर्सिटी. लेकिन और हर एक लड़की का अपना अपना नाम होगा, बट एज ए जनरल सारी लड़कियों को हम गर्ल कहते हैं इंग्लिश में, या गर्ल्स कहते हैं. तो ये हमारे पास कॉमन हो गया. फॉर एग्ज़ाम्पल, बॉयज़ ले लें, मैन ले लें, सारी जो क्लास है उन सब को रिप्रेजेंट करने के लिए, जितने भी लड़के हैं या जितनी भी लड़कियां हैं उन सब को रिप्रेजेंट करने के लिए एक ही नाउन यूज़ होता है, उसको हम कॉमन नाउन कहते हैं. नाउ प्रॉपर नाउन, अ नेम विच रेफर्स टू अ पर्टिकुलर पर्सन, प्लेस और थिंग एट द मोमेंट. अब कॉमन नाउन तो हमने कह दिया कि देयर आर थाउजेंड्स ऑफ गर्ल्स इन आवर यूनिवर्सिटी, तो हमने जनरली सारी गर्ल्स को रिप्रेजेंट किया, पर हर एक लड़की का अपना अपना नाम होता है, और वो स्पेसिफिक जो नाम होता है, जो किसी जगह का ले लें या जो किसी इंसान का ले लें या किसी चीज़ का जो स्पेसिफिक नाम होता है, उसको हम प्रॉपर नाउन कहते हैं. इन रिटन इंग्लिश, अ प्रॉपर नाउन ऑलवेज बिगिन विद अ कैपिटल लेटर. नाउ कॉमन नाउन, इफ़ यू आर राइटिंग अ सेंटेंस एंड वी से दैट there are 100 boys in our class, तो हम बॉयज़ का बी कैपिटल नहीं लिखेंगे. बट इफ़ वी आर रेफरिंग टू समवन, या हम किसी बंदे का नाम लिख रहे हैं, या हम कोई प्रॉपर नाउन अपने सेंटेंस में लिख रहे हैं, फॉर एग्जांपल, दिस इज़ अलीज़ चेयर. अब हम अली का जो लिखेंगे तो उसका एक कैपिटल लिखेंगे, क्योंकि प्रॉपर नाउन का स्टार्ट वर्ड जो हमारे पास होता है वो हमेशा कैपिटल लेटर से स्टार्ट होता है. फॉर एग्जांपल, अली, उमामा, पेशावर. All of them are proper nouns because they represent a particular person. Now, abstract and concrete nouns. So, abstract noun is a word which refers to the quality and action, state or idea and has no physical existence. We have mentioned earlier that abstract is something that you cannot physically touch, something that is not tangible. You cannot touch that, but you feel its existence. It usually refers to the quality, action, state or an idea of something. Quality, if we take quality, we can say goodness, kindness, darkness. We can't see the goodness in someone, we can't touch the kindness, but we can feel it. We say that there is a goodness in this person is really kind. We cannot touch those qualities, but we can feel them. So those are abstract nouns. Action, we can say laughter, theft. We cannot see laughter, we can see smile, but we cannot see laughter. Theft, we say that somebody has stole something, but we can't see theft. चोरी तो हम नहीं देख सकते हैं ना, हम चोर को देख सकते हैं, कोई चीज़ चुरा ली जाए उसको देख सकते हैं, पर हम चोरी तो नहीं देख सकते. So all these actions are abstract nouns. And state, we can say childhood, boyhood, youth, जैसे कि बचपन, जवानी, इन सब चीज़ों को हम देख तो नहीं सकते बट फील कर सकते हैं. So these are also abstract nouns. Now concrete noun, it is the exact opposite of abstract noun. All these things that are tangible, that we can physically touch, these are called concrete nouns. For example, a word which refers to the things that we can see and have physical existence, such that chair, table, bed, whiteboard, all of these things that we can touch, these are called concrete nouns. Now countable and uncountable nouns. So countable nouns are the ones which we can count, are called countable nouns. Countable nouns can take articles such as a, and, the. For example, one chair, or you can say a chair, one table, etc. So all those things that we can count, for example, a dozen chairs, 5 tables, 20 markers, we can count all these things, so they are countable nouns. Pronouns. A pronoun is a word used in place of a noun. It is usually substituted for a specific noun which is called its antecedent. Now pronoun हमारे पास nouns की जगह पे use होते हैं. They are used instead of nouns. For example, we are writing an essay on Quaid-e-Azam and we say Quaid-e-Azam was a great man, Quaid-e-Azam was our leader, Quaid-e-Azam was our national hero, and Quaid-e-Azam was born on this date. If we repeatedly use his name, it gives an awkward kind of vibe to the essay. So that's why, to avoid that awkwardness, we use pronouns instead of nouns. And the noun instead of which we use the pronoun is called antecedent of that pronoun. Now there are 7 types of pronouns: personal pronouns, demonstrative pronouns, interrogative pronouns, relative pronouns, indefinite pronouns, reflexive pronouns, and intensive pronouns. Now personal pronouns. Personal pronouns refer to specific person or things. हमारे पास personal pronouns किसी specific person या चीज़ के name की जगह पे हम यूज़ कर सकते हैं. फॉर एग्ज़ाम्पल फिर उसमें हमारे पास पर्सनल प्रोनाउंस में सब्जेक्टिव पर्सनल प्रोनाउंस आते हैं. देयर आर प्रोनाउंस दैट एक्ट एज सब्जेक्ट ऑफ सेंटेंस. दे आर यूज एज द सब्जेक्ट ऑफ सेंटेंस. दे आर आई, यू, ही, शी, इट एंड दे. फॉर एग्ज़ाम्पल, आई लाइक मैंगोज, यू वेंट टू स्कूल येस्टरडे, ही इज़ अ गुड गाय. इसी तरह हमारे पास शी, इट एंड दे, ऑल ऑफ देम आर यूज एज सब्जेक्ट ऑफ सेंटेंस. नाउ ऑब्जेक्टिव पर्सनल प्रोनाउंस एक्ट एज ऑब्जेक्ट्स ऑफ अ सेंटेंस. दे आर मी, यू, हर, हिम, इट, अस, यू एंड देम. As you can see, you can be used as subjective personal pronoun as well, and you can be used as objective personal pronoun as well. इसमें हम example लेते हैं. I met him yesterday. So I is a subjective personal pronoun and him in this sentence is an objective personal pronoun. Possessive personal pronouns, they are pronouns that show possession. They define a person or number of people who owns a particular object. They are mine, yours, hers, his, its, ours and theirs. Possessive personal pronouns हमारे पास possession show करती है कि इस चीज़ का मालिक कौन है या owner कौन है इस चीज़ का. For example, we can say that this book is mine or this book belongs to me. कि ये book मेरी है, I am the owner of this, or this marker is hers. So these kind of pronouns show possession of something. Now demonstrative pronouns points to a noun or pronoun. हम जब किसी नाउन या प्रोनाउन को पॉइंट करते हैं तो उसके लिए हम डेमोन्स्ट्रेटिव प्रोनाउंस यूज़ करते हैं. दिस, दीज, that and those are demonstrative pronoun. This and these refer to the things that are nearby in space or time. For example, this is a mango tree. This event is going to be on Sunday. Or these are your books. तो कोई भी चीज़ हमारे पास जो करीब हो उसको रेफ़र करने के लिए हम दिस एंड दीज यूज़ करते हैं. दिस इज़ यूज फॉर सिंगुलर थिंग्स एंड दीज फॉर plural things. Now that and those refer to the things that are farther away in space or time. That and those हमारे पास जो हमसे दूर की चीज़ें होती हैं उसको पॉइंट करने के लिए हम that and those यूज़ करते हैं. That again for singular thing and those refers to plural things. For example, that chair in the last row or those people sitting in the corner. So we refer to the things farther away from us. These are the demonstrative pronouns. Interrogative pronouns are used to ask questions. The interrogative pronouns are how, who, whom, which and what. हम interrogation का मतलब यही है कि पूछ-गछ करना. So interrogative pronouns are used to ask questions. So the interrogative pronouns that we have are how, who, whom, which and what. Who and whom refers to people, subject and object respectively. For example, who owns this car? ये गाड़ी किसकी है? Or this car is owned by whom? So who is used as a subject and whom as an object. Which refers to the things and animals, which हम things या animals के लिए यूज़ कर सकते हैं. For example, which animal is this? Or which one of the car do you have? So ये mostly हम things और animals के लिए यूज़ करते हैं. Relative pronouns, it is used to link one phrase or clause to another phrase or clause. They are who, that, which, whoever, whomever, whichever. For example, we will reward whoever wins the contest. I will hire whomever I could find. I will see you at the party that is going to be on Sunday. So these pronouns relate one clause or phrase to another. They are used as a link or a bridge between two clauses or phrases. Indefinite pronouns, it refers to an identifiable but not specified person or thing. They are all, another, any, anybody, anyone, anything, each, everybody, everyone, everything, anyone, everything, few, many, nobody, none, one, several, some, somebody and someone. हमारे पास जो indefinite pronouns है ये हमारे पास कोई स्पेसिफाइड पर्सन या थिंग के लिए यूज़ नहीं होते. आइडेंटिफाइबल होते हैं बट नॉट स्पेसिफाइबल. फॉर एग्जांपल, एवरीबडी गॉट लॉस्ट ऑन द वे बैक. एवरीबडी, नाउ वी कैन आइडेंटिफाई दैट हु आर वी टॉकिंग अबाउट. लेकिन हम किसी स्पेसिफिक बंदे की बात नहीं कर रहे हैं. हम कह रहे हैं कि एवरीबडी गॉट लॉस्ट ऑन देयर वे बैक. मतलब जितने भी लोग गए थे सारे जो है तो रास्ता भूल गए थे या सारे खो गए थे रास्ते में. या नन ऑफ देम केम टू द पार्टी, मतलब जितने भी लोग इनवाइटेड थे उनमें से कोई भी नहीं आया. तो इस तरह के प्रोनाउंस हमारे पास इंडेफिनिट प्रोनाउंस कहलाते हैं. रिफ्लेक्सिव प्रोनाउंस, इट रेफर्स बैक टू द सब्जेक्ट ऑफ द क्लॉज और सेंटेंस. They are myself, yourself, herself, himself, itself, ourselves, yourselves and themselves. ये reflexive pronouns हमारे पास they refer back to the subject. हमारे पास जो subject होता है sentence का या clause का उसकी तरफ इशारा करते हैं. For example, she baked a cake for herself. Like हमारे पास she baked a cake, उसने केक बेक किया लेकिन किसके लिए? फॉर हर सेल्फ. सो इट रेफर्स बैक टू द सब्जेक्ट. या हम ऐसे भी कह सकते हैं दैट आई वॉश द डिशेज माई सेल्फ. ठीक है, कि मतलब मैंने खुद डिशेज धोए. दे आर समटाइम्स यूज एज इंटेंसिव प्रोनाउंस एज वेल. इंटेंसिव प्रोनाउंस, फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आई माई सेल्फ वॉश द डिशेज. इफ़ यू से आई वॉश द डिशेज माई सेल्फ, इट इज़ अ नॉर्मल सेंटेंस, हम जनरली इसको लेते हैं कि मैंने खुद डिशेस धोए. बट इफ़ वी से आई माई सेल्फ वॉश द डिशेस, इट शोज़ द इंटेंसिटी ऑफ समथिंग, कि हम इंटेंसिटी या शिद्दत शो करते हैं कि आई माई सेल्फ, मैंने खुद डिशेस धोए. नाउ कमिंग टूवर्ड द वर्ब्स. A verb in a sentence expresses an action or state of person or thing. हम verb जो है, अब हमारे पास कोई action शो करता है और state of being हमारे पास शो करता है. There are broadly 3 types of verb: action verbs, linking verbs and helping verbs. Action verbs are those verbs that express an action. For example, give, talk, kick, sing, write, run. All of them are action verbs because they are showing some kind of action. Action verbs can further be divided into the following types: transitive verbs, intransitive verbs, regular verbs and irregular verbs. Now, transitive verbs are not just verbs that can take an object, they demand object. Without an object to affect the sentence that a transitive verb inhabits will not seem complete. ट्रांजिटिव वर्ब्स हमारे पास वो वर्ब्स कहलाते हैं जिसके लिए ऑब्जेक्ट कंपलसरी होता है. ट्रांजिटिव वर्ब्स नीड एन ऑब्जेक्ट टू कन्वे अ कंप्लीट थॉट, क्योंकि ट्रांजिटिव वर्ब्स के पास अगर ऑब्जेक्ट नहीं होगा तो सेंटेंस का कंप्लीट मीनिंग कन्वे नहीं हो पाएगा और सेंटेंस की समझ नहीं आएगी. For example, please bring coffee. In this sentence, the verb bring is transitive. Its object is coffee. The thing that is being brought without an object of some kind, this verb cannot function. For example, if we say please bring, so bring what? हमारे पास sentence completely समझ नहीं आता कि please bring, तो हमारे पास bring what? हम क्या लाएं? तो this is a transitive verb because it needs an object to convey its complete meaning. Intransitive verb. An intransitive verb is the opposite of a transitive verb. It does not require an object to act upon. हमारे पास intransitive verb transitive verb के opposite होते हैं. Transitive verbs are incomplete without an object, but intransitive verb does not need an object to convey its meaning. हमारे पास इसमें आते हैं they jumped, the dog ran, she sang. तो इसमें हमारे पास jump, ran, sang, shine, ये सारे हमारे पास intransitive verbs हैं because they don't need an object to complete its meaning. None of these verbs require an object for the sentence to make sense. Some intransitive verbs can even make comprehensible one-word sentences. For example, if we say run, sing, we just use verb but it still convey a complete meaning. For example, if we say to someone that run, so he'll understand our meaning and start to run. So the intransitive verb does not need anything to be added to it, does not need an object to convey its complete meaning. Regular verbs. Regular verbs follow the same pattern and create the past simple and the past participle using the same word ending in ed. For example, live, want, finish. All of these are regular verbs. Regular verbs हमारे पास वो होते हैं कि जिसके फर्स्ट फॉर्म के साथ अगर हम ed लगा दें तो पास्ट पार्टिसिपल और पास्ट सिंपल दोनों हमारे पास उसी तरह से रहते हैं. फॉर एग्जांपल, वी से दे लिव, दे लिव्ड एंड दे लिव्ड इन रोम. सो उसका सिंपल पास्ट और पास्ट पार्टिसिपल एंड इन ed और इसी तरह से पैटर्न चलता है हमारे पास. फॉर एग्जांपल, आई वांट टू लर्न इंग्लिश और आई वांटेड टू लर्न इंग्लिश. ही फिनिश हिज वर्क, ही फिनिश्ड हिज वर्क. इस तरह से हमारे पास जो रेगुलर वर्ब्स होते हैं, ऑल ऑफ देम इन द पास्ट सिंपल एंड पास्ट पार्टिसिपल वुड एंड इन ed. Irregular verbs. There are about 200 irregular verbs in English. We can divide these into 4 types. Verbs which have the same base form, past simple and past participle. अब regular verbs के साथ तो हम end में ed ऐड करके उसका simple past and past participle बना देते हैं, but irregular verbs के साथ हम ed ऐड नहीं करते. अब इसमें भी 4 types में हम divide कर सकते हैं. अब हमारे पास फर्स्ट कैटेगरी में ऐसे वर्ब्स आते हैं जिसकी फर्स्ट फॉर्म, पास्ट सिंपल और पास्ट पार्टिसिपल तीनों एक जैसी होती हैं. फॉर एग्जांपल, कट, कट एंड कट. इसकी तीनों फॉर्म्स हमारे पास एक ही जैसी होती हैं. पुट, पुट एंड पुट. ऑल ऑफ देम आर द सेम. द सेकेंड वन इज वर्ब्स विच हैव द सेम पास्ट पार्टिसिपल एंड पास्ट सिंपल. For example, feel, felt and felt, sell, sold and sold. फर्स्ट जो फॉर्म है हमारे पास वो तो चेंज होगी, बट पास्ट सिंपल और पास्ट पार्टिसिपल दोनों सेम होंगी। फिर द थर्ड वन आर दोज दैट हैव सेम बेस फॉर्म एंड पास्ट पार्टिसिपल। फॉर एग्जांपल कम, केम एंड कम। हमारे पास फर्स्ट फॉर्म ऑफ वर्ब एंड थर्ड फॉर्म ऑफ वर्ब हमारे पास सेम होंगी, बट दरमियान में सेकंड फॉर्म जो हमारे पास सिंपल पास्ट है वो चेंज होंगी। एंड द फोर्थ वन आर दोज हैविंग डिफरेंट बेस फॉर्म, पास्ट सिंपल एंड पास्ट पार्टिसिपल। हमारे पास फर्स्ट फॉर्म, सेकंड फॉर्म एंड थर्ड फॉर्म तीनों हमारे पास एक दूसरे से चेंज होगी। फॉर एग्जांपल चूज, चोज एंड चूजन। Linking verb. Linking verbs connect the subject of a sentence to a word that gives information about the subject. They do not show any action. They simply link the verb with the rest of the sentence. The most common linking verbs are forms of verb to be: am, is, are, was, were, being, been. For example, they are here. So here, this verb link the two words in a sentence. Now auxiliary verbs. An auxiliary verb helps the main full verb and is also called a helping verb. The verb forms of be, do and have can be used as auxiliary verb. For example, she does not agree with me. Here, agree is the main verb and does not is the helping verb. They did not arrive here yet. Arrive is the main verb and did not is the helping verb. We have done a lot so far. Done is the main verb and have is the helping verb. She had been queen of the town. Here, had been is the auxiliary verb. Helping verb. Helping verbs are used before the action verbs to convey additional information. The main verb along with helping verbs is called verb phrase. They are further divided into auxiliary and modal. We have already discussed the auxiliary verbs. Now coming toward the modal verbs. We use modal verbs to show if we believe something is certain, possible or impossible. So they mostly show the possibility of a thing. We also use them to do things like talk about ability, ask permission and make requests or offer. They are can, may, must, shall, will, could, might, should and would. My keys must be in the car. So here we are certain that our keys must be in the car. It might rain tomorrow. It shows a possibility that there is a possibility of rain tomorrow. That can't be Peter's code. It's too small. And here we show that something is not possible. It is impossible. That can't be Peter's code because it is too small. I can't swim. May I ask a question? Here we are asking for permission. Could I have some tea please? We are making a polite request. And would you like some help? Here we are also making an offer. Now adverbs. So adverbs are words or set of words that modifies the verb, adjective and other adverbs. They are mostly used to modify or we can say give additional information about a verb, adjective and an adverb. It tells when, where and how an action is performed or indicates the quality or degree of the action. Most of the adverbs end with ly. There are 4 types of adverbs: adverb of time or frequency, adverb of place, adverb of degree and adverbs of manner. Now adverbs of time or frequency. Adverbs of time and frequency indicate time or frequency of an action in a sentence. They answer the question when or how frequently is an action performed. Always, never, often, eventually, now, frequently, occasionally, once, forever, seldom, before, Sunday, Monday, 10 a.m., 12 p.m. etc. are the common adverbs of time or frequency. Adverbs of time or frequency हमारे पास mostly किसी चीज़ की frequency या time show करने के लिए हम use करते हैं कि वो चीज़ कहाँ पर हुई है. हम mostly कितने टाइम के लिए हुई है या हाउ फ्रीक्वेंटली, व्हेन, कब हुई है, ये शो करने के लिए हम एडवर्ब्स ऑफ टाइम यूज़ करते हैं. ये हमारे पास कुछ एग्जांपल्स हैं एडवर्ब्स ऑफ टाइम की. दैट आई वेंट टू स्कूल अ लिटिल लेट येस्टरडे, कि मैं कल स्कूल थोड़ा सा लेट गई. ही ऑलवेज गेट्स अ गुड रिजल्ट. आई विल लीव मंडे. ही स्मोक्स ओकेजनली. ऑल दीज थिंग्स आर शोइंग टाइम ऑफ एन एक्शन. Here we say I went to school a little late yesterday. Went is a verb and a little late, that I went to school but a little late, so it is modifying the verb. He always gets a good result, so always is modifying the result of the person. I will leave Monday. When will I leave? On Monday. So here it is modifying the verb as well. And he smokes occasionally, so when he smokes, so he smokes occasionally. Here this occasionally is also modifying the verb smoking. The second type is adverb of place or direction. So adverb of place or direction indicates place, direction of the action in the sentence. They answer the question where is the action performed. As adverb of time and frequency were answering the question when, here the adverb of place is answering the question where. Across, over, under, in, out, through, backward, there, around, here, sideways, upstairs, in the park, in the field, in that place, etc. are some common adverbs of place that shows the direction. I went through the jungle. Through here is showing the direction of the action, that where did I went. He plays in the field, so here it is showing that he plays in the field. Where is he playing? So in the field. Alex is going to school. Here it shows that where is Alex going? So he is going to school. He is staying at my home. Where is he staying? So he is staying at my home. Here all these things are showing the direction of the verb or the action. Adverbs of degree. Adverbs that expresses the importance, degree, level of the action in the sentence are called adverbs of degree. They answer the question how much is the action performed. We can say the importance of something or the degree or the level of an action or the verb is expressed by the adverbs of degree. Completely, nearly, entirely, less, mildly, most, thoroughly, somewhat, excessively, much, severe, etc. are some common adverbs of degree. She completely forgot about her anniversary. I read the newspaper thoroughly. I am so excited about the new job. All of these are showing the degree or importance of something. Or if we can say the degree of importance, we take an example of a disease. So we can say what is the degree of the disease? What is the severity of the disease? So we can say that it is mild, moderate, or severe. So these kind of adverbs show the degree or importance or level of an action in a sentence. Adverbs of manner. Adverbs that express the manner, approach, process of the action in the sentence are called adverbs of manner, and they answer the question how is the action performed, like in what way is the action performed. Beautifully, equally, thankfully, carefully, handily, quickly, coldly, hotly, honestly, nicely, earnestly, tirelessly, etc. are some common adverbs of manner. These adverbs usually in ly. As we have said in the first, that adverbs mostly ends in the ly, but not all the adverbs ends in the ly, as you might have seen in some other examples. And adverbs of manners follow that rule that they end in the ly. Let's divide the prices equally. Please handle the camera carefully. Ali is walking slowly. He is running fast. She is singing sweetly, or she is writing beautifully. All of these are showing the manner or how or in what way is the action performed. Now adjectives. Adjectives are words which are used to modify, describe, or limit a noun or pronoun. Adjectives are divided into two types broadly, each further divided into subtypes. As we have said that adverbs modify verbs, adverbs, and adjectives sometimes. Adjectives are the words that modify nouns or pronouns. They may describe or limit a noun or pronoun. They are divided into two subtypes, modifying adjectives and limiting adjectives. Now classification of adjectives. The first one is modifying or descriptive adjectives, and the second one is limiting adjectives. Modifying or descriptive adjectives are further divided into proper adjectives. They are used to show the characteristic or state of a noun or pronoun, and common adjectives, they show the kind of a noun or pronoun. And the limiting adjectives are possessive adjectives, demonstrative, distributive, interrogative, quantitative, exclamatory, numeral, and emphasizing adjectives. Modifying adjectives are used to modify or describe a noun or pronoun by showing the kind, characteristic, and state of it. These are further divided into two parts, proper adjectives and common adjectives. Modifying adjectives हमारे पास किसी noun या pronoun की quality या kind या characteristics को show करते हैं. Proper adjectives come from proper noun, so the first letter of them is always capitalized. For example, Iranian, French, English, ये हमारे पास characteristic को show करते हैं. For example, she is a French girl, and as it is proper, as we have seen in the proper nouns that they always start with the capital letter. So हमारे पास proper adjectives भी हमेशा capital letter से start होंगी. For example, she married an Englishman. तो यहाँ पे हमारे पास Englishman में E capital होगा. यहाँ पे she is a French girl, so here the F is written in capital. Now common adjectives are the ones that are used in common to decrease a person, place or thing. They have positive, comparative and superlative form. For example, Ahmad is a talented boy. Here it is showing the talent of Ahmad, but we say that Ahmad is a talented boy. A talented boy, here boy is common, so Ahmad is a proper noun, but we are counting him in the group of talented boys. So here boy is a common noun and talented is referring to the common, so it is a common adjective. It is hotter today than yesterday. Here it is comparing that it is hotter today than yesterday, and we have said that they have decrease or superlative form. So hot, hotter and hottest, these are the forms of the common adjectives. Now the second one is limiting adjectives. These adjectives are used to limit the nouns. It means they are used to tell the number, quantity, or how a strong feeling of, or show a strong feeling of mind, or to point out a person, place or thing, and to ask a question. There are 8 kinds of limiting adjectives in English. Limiting adjectives हमारे पास नंबर को या क्वांटिटी को शो करते हैं, या स्ट्रॉन्ग फीलिंग को शो करते हैं हमारे पास, या किसी पर्सन को पॉइंट आउट करने के लिए, या किसी चीज़ या किसी जगह को, और टू आस्क अ क्वेश्चन. यहाँ पे हमारे पास अब 8 फॉर्म्स हैं. द फर्स्ट वन इज़ पोजेसिव एडजेक्टिव. These adjectives are used before nouns to show the possession of person to person, thing to thing, or thing to person. They are as follows: my, your, our, their, his, her, its. So it shows possession of something. This is my book. So here my is showing the possession. So it is a possessive adjective, as it is referring to the subject that this book is mine. Demonstrative adjectives. These adjectives answer the question which. They are used to point out which person or thing is meant. There are 2 kinds of demonstrative adjectives: definite demonstrative adjectives and indefinite demonstrative adjectives. Definite demonstrative adjectives are this, that, these, those, such, the same, and the other. These adjectives are used before specific nouns which are clear. This book is interesting. I have never heard such facts as you did. So here this is pointing out the book that is interesting. So it is a demonstrative objective. Indefinite demonstrative adjectives are some, another, other, a, an, any, and one. These are used to point to some unspecific noun. Definite demonstrative adjectives point to something specific, like this book is interesting. There are many books, but this one is interesting. And indefinite demonstrative adjectives are used for some unspecific nouns when we are pointing out some unspecific nouns. For example, someday you will understand. Now we aren't saying the exact day that when will you understand, but we are referring to it that someday you will understand. One night there was a terrible storm. Now we aren't pointing out a specific night that there was a storm, but there was a night when there was a terrible storm. So they are used to point out some unspecific noun. Distributive adjectives. These adjectives are used to distribute some nouns by considering each one separately. They are each, every, both, either, and neither. For example, each man had a gun. Now they are used for distribution of noun. The noun here is the gun, and we say that each man had a gun, that every man present there had a gun. So we distribute the gun, that each man there had a gun, कि हर एक बंदे के पास गन थी. So we distribute the noun. Every student is present and has a flag in his or her hand. Here we are saying कि हर एक स्टूडेंट जो प्रेजेंट है हर एक के हाथ में फ्लैग है. Here we are distributing the flag in the students. So here we distribute the noun. The fourth one is interrogative adjective. These adjectives are used to ask a question. They are what, which, and whose. What time is it? Which book do you like? Whose car is this? As we have already known the interrogative pronouns, here the word interrogative itself shows that they might be asked to use interrogative adjectives. These adjectives are used to ask question. They are what, which, and whose. Interrogative word itself shows here कि यहाँ पे question पूछा जाएगा. So what time is it? Which book do you like? And whose car is this? Here in each and every sentences there is a question asked about the noun. What time is it? Here the question is asked about the noun time, that what time is it? So what is an interrogative adjective? Which book do you like? Here the question is about the noun book. So here which is in the interrogative adjective, and whose car is this? Whose in this sentence is in the interrogative adjective. Quantitative adjective. These adjectives are used to show the quantity of a noun. Material and abstract noun always follow these adjectives. The most important ones are some, any, much, enough, all, whole, and half. Quantitative adjectives, as the name indicates, shows the quantity of a noun. अब हमारे पास material and abstract nouns जो होते हैं, they are always followed by these adjectives, or they always follow these adjectives. For example, I have enough time to get to the airport. There is much sugar in the class. Here, as you can see, that these nouns always follow the quantitative adjective. And to take it the abstract noun as an example, we can say that I didn't see any honesty in him. So here any is a quantitative adjective and honesty is an abstract noun. Exclamatory adjectives. These adjectives are used before nouns to show a strong feeling of mind. They are as follows: what, a, and, such, a, or an. For example, what students? Such a good day. I have never seen such an intelligent student. So here it shows a strong feeling of mind. As we can say, such a good day. So such a good day, we are happy about it, that it is such a good day. So it shows a strong feeling of mind. These are all exclamatory adjectives. Numeral adjectives. These adjectives are used to show how many persons or things are meant. They are divided into two parts, which are definite and indefinite numeral adjectives. Numeral adjectives show the number of persons or things that are meant. Now they are divided into two types. Definite numeral adjectives, they are used to denote an exact number, and they are divided into four other types, which are cardinal numbers, ordinal numbers, fractional numbers, and decimal numbers. Definite numeral adjectives show the exact number. Cardinal numbers answer a question how many, for example 1, 2, 3, etc. Ordinal numbers, as we can say that there were 3 men in the room. There are 4 cupcakes left in the fridge, so they show the exact number of the noun. Ordinal numbers, which show the order of the things in series, for example first, second, like Ali took first position in the race, or Sarah came second in last exam. So it shows the order of something. Fractional numbers are those expressed as a fraction, for example 20/4, and decimal numbers are those expressed within a decimal, for example 1.2, 3.2, 4.5, etc. Indefinite numeral adjectives, they don't denote an exact number, however they are merely used to show the approximate number of people or things. हमारे पास इनडेफिनेट न्यूमरल एडजेक्टिव्स जो है वो एग्जैक्ट नंबर हमारे पास शो नहीं करते, बट जस्ट एन अप्रॉक्सीमेशन ऑफ द नंबर ऑफ पीपल और द थिंग्स देयर आर मेंट. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, few, a few, some, any, many, several, enough, all, etc. For example, few students are present. If we take that in the definite numeral adjective, we would say that 5 students are present, 6 students are present, or 10 students are present. But in indefinite numeral adjective, we would say that few students are present, or some of the students are present, or many of the students were absent. I bought several new books. Notice that these adjectives are followed by plural countable noun, because we are always referring to something plural. For example, we can say that few student, because student is a singular, and we won't be able to say that there were a few students left. There were few students. I bought several new books. So it is always followed by a plural countable noun. We cannot write an uncountable noun at the end of it. Like we cannot say that there are a few sugar left, or there are a few salt in the water. So they can't be followed by uncountable nouns. Emphasizing or emphatic adjectives. These adjectives are used to give emphasis to their following noun. They are as follows: very, mere, bloody, own, and share. So emphasizing shows the importance or emphasis of the noun that is following those adjectives. For example, this is the very thing we wanted, or this is a very important meeting. I saw her with my own eyes. She is a mere child, you bloody fool. So these are the adjectives that show the emphasis on the noun that follows them, or the importance of the noun that follows them. Formation of comparative and superlative adjectives. Now, most adjectives of one syllable are formed comparative by adding er and superlative by adding es to the positive. A monosyllabic word ends with the er and es. For example, cold, colder, coldest, hot, hotter, hottest, smart, smarter, smartest. All of these are comparative and superlative adjectives. The comparative and superlative degree of dissyllabic adjectives can be made either by adding er and est to the positive, or by using the word more and most. As we have seen, monosyllabic were formed by just adding er and est to it, but in here disyllabic we can say happy, happier, happiest, or happy, more happy, and most happy. हम इसको हैप्पी को हैप्पियर एंड हैप्पीएस्ट में भी कन्वर्ट कर सकते हैं, और इधर वी कैन से हैप्पी, मोर हैप्पी एज इन कंपैरेटिव फॉर्म, एंड मोस्ट हैप्पी इन द सुपरलेटिव फॉर्म. Adjective of more than 2 syllables are made comparative and superlative by using more and most before the positive, and for negative we use less and least. For example, intelligent, more intelligent, most intelligent, or intelligent, less intelligent, and least intelligent. The comparative degree is always used to compare two things. For example, we can say that Ali is more intelligent than Sarah, or Sarah is most intelligent in the class. Now, superlative degree, when we compare one thing to many other things. For example, in the comparative form, we compare just two things. We compared Ali and Sarah, that Ali is more intelligent than Sarah. But in the superlative form, we compare one thing to many of the things, like Sarah is the most intelligent girl of the class. Now, preposition. A preposition is a word placed before a noun or pronoun to link it with other words in a sentence. Preposition is like a joining word which joins the noun or pronoun with other words in the sentence. There are almost 150 prepositions in the English language. Commonly used prepositions are above, across, before, behind, below, beneath, beside, etc. For example, we can say my vacations begin on Tuesday. So on here is a preposition which combined Thursday with the rest of the sentence. Now, the cat jumped onto my lap. Here, onto is the preposition which combined the two parts of this sentence. Conjunction. A conjunction joined word, phrases, or clauses and indicates the relationship between the elements joined. नाउ कंजंक्शन हेयर, हमारे पास कंजंक्शन ज्वाइन भी करता है वर्ड्स को, फ्रेजेस और क्लॉजेस को, बट इट ऑल्सो इंडिकेट्स द रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन देम, कि उनमें रिलेशनशिप क्या है. There are three types of conjunction: coordinating conjunction, correlating conjunctions, and subordinating conjunctions. Coordinating conjunction join two words, phrases, or independent clauses which are parallel in structure. Coordinating conjunction हमारे पास coordinate करता है. It join two words, either two words को join करता है या phrases को या two independent clauses को join करता है. They are 7 in number. You can remember them as fanboys: and, but, for, nor, or, so, and, yet. For example, do you want an ice cream or a chocolate? Like, what do you want? Here, or is connecting the ice cream and chocolate. We went to the stadium and enjoyed the cricket match. Here, and is joining the two parts of the sentence. And also show the relationship that we went to the stadium, but what did we do? We enjoy the cricket match there. Correlating conjunction. Correlating conjunctions are used when we want to show a contrast or compare two parallel things in a sentence. They are not only, but also, either or, neither nor, both and, not, but, whether or. The correlating conjunction shows the relationship that whether it is a contrast or compare the two parallel things. For example, neither Ali nor Asim can play baseball. That none of them can play the baseball. I want both ice cream and chocolate. So here it shows the relationship that I want both of them. I want both ice cream and the chocolate. Subordinating conjunction. Subordinating conjunctions are used to join elements of unparalleled structure, dependent and independent clauses. As we have seen that coordinating conjunctions are used to join two independent clauses. So the subordinating conjunction is used to join one dependent and an independent clause. They are after, how, then, when, although, if, that, where, as, in order, that, though, which, as much as, unless, while, since, what, whoever, and whomever. For example, my father believes that I should be a writer. Now here, I should be a writer is a complete sentence. It is an independent clause because it conveys a complete message. But my father believes, here my father believes is a dependent clause because it does not convey a complete meaning if we remove the rest of the sentence. My father believes, so my father believes what? We do not grab the complete idea of the sentence. Here, that joins the dependent clause and the independent clause, so it is a subordinating conjunction. I started writing when I was 8. Here, I started writing is a dependent clause and I was 8 was as an independent clause, and when is a subordinating conjunction. Interjection. An interjection is a word used to express emotion. It is often followed by an exclamation point. These are mostly exclamatory words. They are oh, wow, oops, alas, hooray. These are interjections. They show a kind of emotion or a strong feeling. For example, wow, this flower is so beautiful. Ouch, I hurt my leg. Or hooray, we won the match. So it shows a strong feeling of a mind or an emotion. Now, this was the last slide of the presentation. These were all about the parts of speech. I thought you would have understand them really well, and we will see each other inshallah in the next session. Thank you.